What's going on YouTube? JT's Reborn here, and welcome to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Task Force Z, issue number 5 of 12. This one is written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by several various artists. Also, they do tease something called War for Earth 3, which I guess I'm going to have to probably review at some point. But yeah, basically this one is Task Force Z versus another version of Task Force X run by Amanda Waller, KG Beast, and a couple of other people. It's just kind of a back and forth battle. Like, this series is kind of focusing on Harvey Dent trying to do his thing, Amanda Waller doing her thing, and Amanda Waller just being a psycho bitch that she is. And she is a straight up villain. Like, there's no question about it. Like, she's doing things for her country, but she is just a cruel, evil bitch. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. We get a little battle right here, back and forth between the two different teams. Ultimately, KG Beast is kind of one of the last ones standing with Jason Todd and Deadshot, who get kind of rung up. And then Waller shows up at some point talking things through. Jason Todd is just sick of her shit. Floyd Lawton, like, who's a half decaying corpse, is sick of her shit too. It's just kind of some, like, really, this issue does a good job tapping into how cruel and sadistic Waller is. There is one portion where Deadshot does kind of give his life for Jason Todd, which I thought was kind of nice. It was a nice kind of noble moment for that character, because Deadshot, what separated him from a lot of other members of the Suicide Squad is there is kind of like this moral gray area with him, to where he has some sort of honor with things. Like, he doesn't just outright, like there is a little bit of a code with him that kind of sets him apart. He's not as much of a scoundrel as some of the other characters in the squad. So the fact that he kind of gave his life for Jason Todd was a pretty nice touch. And plus, he's like a half decayed corpse at this point. He's just like, please just let me die at this point. Then KG Beast threatens to kind of torture and kill Jason Todd at this point at the orders of Amanda Waller, who just does not give a shit. They also reference something going on in the War for Earth 3, which is going to be a crossover between Suicide Squad, The Flash, I think, and then Teen Titans Academy. Now, I'm not reading like the other things, but I guess I'm gonna have to read some of those other issues to kind of catch up with things and then talk about that crossover, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to, but I guess I'm going to have to. So basically, at the end of this issue, KG Beast is like getting ready to kill him, and then he threatens, hey, where's your team? And then Two-Face and that shows up, which is kind of a cool badass moment with like Zombie, Bane, and Mr. Freeze. So KG Beast is like, oh shit. So that's the issue in a nutshell. The artwork is pretty good. We got some other stuff going on at the lab where all the Task Force Z people are at. Teases for a crossover and all that other stuff. The Lazarus resin, which has kind of been a big factor in the Robin book and some of the other stuff. So Lazarus resin's kind of like has this overall presence in the rest of the DC universe. They still didn't explain why Bane, like, if this is just a clone of Bane or anything like that, because we have the Bane in the Joker book. So I'm not sure what's going on there, because if Bane's a zombie hero, what's he doing in the Joker book like that? Is this a clone, or is there something else going on? I don't exactly know. What if it's Clayface or something pretending to be Bane? Who even knows at this point? But this issue itself I thought was fine. Like I said, I like the stuff with Deadshot and Red Hood. The other stuff kind of going on is just kind of stuff I don't particularly care for. I'm not as invested in like what's going on in the other stuff, but I am invested in what's going on with Jason Todd and like Deadshot here. I thought that was more interesting. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts on the issue. It's been a decent series so far. I still have some questions, like why would anybody want to use like undead zombies for a purpose like this, especially if they get kind of flesh eating? It's beyond me, but it's just, well, it's something. So what are your thoughts on the issue? Tell me them in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to come back next time as I got to talk about the most recent issue of Detective Comics, because we're past the halfway point in that thing, and I didn't kind of cover it yet, but I'm like, it's no rush, because like then the next issue will come up in like a day or two. So there's that. All right, well, that's all I got to say. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.